Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to do a quick little walk around on what is in our shop. Let's go. So we're here in our front main office. Of course, we have our showroom. So showroom has tons of pictures and everything like that of what all we can do so customers can see the extent of what we can work with, as well as the materials that we use and anything else that might catch their eye. So in our shop, we also have hundreds of films for anything for your hydrographics needs that we sell online. You can check it out on our website, liquidconcepts.com. So this is our dipping area. Of course, we have our hydrographic dip tank, which I'm sure that y'all guys have seen hundreds of times. And then we also have our rinse station here. And so after we get done dipping everything, we rinse everything. And then of course, after it's rinsed, it's all dried off and then it goes back into the paint booth. So let's go check out the paint booth. So coming into the paint booth here, of course, this is a full-size paint booth. We can fit cars, we can fit trucks, and of course we can fit a lot of parts in here. So with something like this right here, this is where we do all the magic and we make everything look as good as we can. All right, so we've got our oven right here. This thing is definitely a must-have if you're gonna be doing any type of Cerakote work, which is what we do as well. So this right here, we can fit a lot of guns in this thing at one time. And so it definitely maximizes the performance that we can do with each gun individually and multiple guns at one time. All right, so now of course, over here, we've got some of our best assets, Brandon and Tyler, that help us do all the amazing work that we put out of here. And of course, here we are at the sandblasting cabinet. So this cabinet right here does a lot of work for us. It does a lot of our prep work and anything that we need to blast or anything like that to get a good finish or to remove a finish, this is where it definitely goes. As you can tell, this is a very large cabinet. They've literally welded two of these together and it is super large, which makes it very nice. So whenever we need to have larger items come in, we can throw them in here and we can blast everything down and it makes our work a lot quicker, as well as for production jobs and anything else. So of course, to run the big sandblaster, we need a big air compressor. And so that's where having one like this definitely comes in handy. This is actually a 30 horsepower rotary compressor. It can run 24/7, 365, never stop. And that's exactly what we needed for whenever we're running the sandblaster, because it takes so much air demand. And of course, we have a humongous tank down here on the bottom of it. We've got a nice 200-gallon tank as a reservoir, and that makes our work a lot quicker and a lot easier, and we never have to worry about having air or needing more of it. This thing definitely does what it needs to do. So of course, we need the lift. Whenever we're doing jobs, whether it be customers or personal stuff or anything like that, something that you can always definitely use is a two-post lift, just like what we've got right here. It helps whenever we're doing wheels or bumpers or anything like that, especially on cars like this that are very low to the ground. It makes it to where it's a lot easier to lift them up and we're able to work on them a lot easier, which makes it a lot more easier and efficient, and it makes everything go a lot more seamless. And of course, all throughout the entire shop, we have these hose reels that are retractable, of course, so then that way, whenever we need air, we can pull them out, go to the area that we need it in, and then whenever we're done, we can pull it like that, and it pulls it all the way back up. So inevitably, whenever you're working on anything as far as cars or anything like that, you definitely need tools. And that's where having a good toolbox definitely comes in handy. As you can tell, we use the toolbox, so there's tons of stuff up here all the time. We try to keep it clean, but inevitably, having all the drawers and all of that for your tool storage is definitely a must-have whenever you're running a shop like ours. And of course, as we're getting all the jobs in and out, especially with production jobs, you definitely need a forklift to make sure that it can handle everything. So of course, having the forklift definitely makes it easier whenever you're unloading pallets of jobs or material instead of just having it shipped in one by one. And of course, we have all of our flammable cabinets to make sure that everything's in compliance, and as well as we keep all of our paints and materials that are flammable in these cabinets, of course, for safety and also for storage. So then that way everything is stored properly and we don't have to worry about anything catching on fire or anything like that while they're in here. And of course, our handy paint shaker. Of course, this is an electric one, but a lot of customers, they still have pneumatic, and that's perfectly fine. The electric one does work really well. It's a lot more quieter, but we use this thing daily, sometimes hourly. So definitely a must-have in our shop. Very easy to work. You just have a timer. You can sit there and it shakes, and then whenever it's done, of course, it stops and you can pull your part out. It's already shook up, and then start to mix it or do whatever you need to do with it. And of course, we have our paint mixing table. So then that way, whenever we are mixing any of our paints, we have a table specifically dedicated just for that. As well as we also have our scale here, which is really nice, especially whenever you're doing a lot of custom work or one-off things like that. Measuring it out by grams, just like this scale is right here, is always a lot better, because then you can make sure that everything comes in exactly as measured, and it's always very, very accurate compared to doing it by volume, which is just filling it up to the lines, which could definitely be off one way or another. And of course, with the table like this, it's always great to have a big, large table, so then that way you can lay out vinyl jobs or anything like that and have a good area to work with as well. All right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd always love to hear what you got in your shop, and you know, if you've got anything else that really helps you along with the Hydrographics or anything that we do as well, definitely let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you on that. Also, if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks on anything Hydrographics related. I'm Brian from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.